I walked into the briefing room and the air froze. 12 men in uniform turned their heads. And at the head of the table, my wife's father, Admiral Harrison, United States Navy SEAL commander, smirked like he already knew my worth. "What's your call sign, princess?" he said. The men laughed. I smiled. Just once. "Reaper Zero," I said. The laughter stopped. That was the day he stopped seeing me as his daughter's husband and started seeing me as competition. It's funny how war teaches you discipline, but marriage teaches you patience. I met Claire 3 years before that briefing. She was sunlight, untouchable, radiant, the Admiral's perfect daughter. I was a drone pilot with sand in my veins and classified missions in my head. She loved that I was distant, said it made me mysterious. Back then, I thought love was loyalty. Now, I know it's timing. The first sign came after my last deployment. She didn't meet me at the gate. Her texts turned shorter. Her touch, colder. I told myself it was stress. The Admiral had just been promoted. But one night, her phone lit up beside her pillow. A message. One name. "You up, Admiral Harrison?" I stared at that text for an hour, replaying every smirk, every subtle insult he'd thrown my way. The way she defended him. The way he called her my little soldier. Something inside me broke quietly that night, like a bone that healed wrong. I didn't confront her. Not yet. You don't go to war without reconnaissance. I mirrored her phone. I traced the calls, the meetups, the weekend training retreats that weren't in any Navy schedule. Photos confirmed it. Him, her, hotel room, whiskey, her wedding ring on the nightstand. I remember staring at the picture, my pulse steady. Anger's loud, but revenge whispers. I started small, transferred assets, rerouted accounts, moved the house under my name only. She never noticed. She was too busy lying about business trips. Then I sent the Admiral a message from a burner account. Subject, Reaper Zero knows. He went pale the next morning at briefing. His hand trembled when he read the classified report I'd slipped into his folder. Inside, proof of his daughter's affair with him. Fabricated with surgical precision, AI reconstruction, deepfake evidence. Enough to end a career, disgrace a family. I didn't need it to be real. I just needed him to believe I could make it real. That week, the Admiral called an emergency board meeting. I watched from the hallway as his reputation disintegrated. He retired voluntarily within 48 hours. The Navy doesn't forgive personal scandals. Not when the headlines read, "Top SEAL Commander under investigation for misconduct." Claire tried to reach me after that. Tears, confusion. She said I'd ruined her father's life. I told her I'd just evened the score. Then I handed her the divorce papers. 6 months later, I got an invitation to a Navy gala. The Admiral would be there. Claire, too. Perfect. I arrived in full dress uniform. People whispered. The fallen commander and the ghost who'd replaced him. When Harrison saw me, his jaw tightened. "Enjoying my seat?" he muttered. I leaned in. "You taught me how to earn it." Then Claire appeared. Different dress, same perfume. She reached for my hand like muscle memory. "Why?" she whispered. I looked at her, really looked. For the first time, she seemed small, fragile. Because you thought I was the quiet one. The toast was called. They raised glasses to honor the new Joint Task Director, me. Harrison froze mid-sip. I watched realization hit him like a bullet. He'd lost his command, his daughter, and now his legacy, to the man he'd mocked as princess. I didn't smile. I didn't gloat. I just leaned back, the light catching my metals, and said softly, "Reaper Zero. Mission complete." Later, I walked alone to the pier behind the gala hall. The ocean was black glass, calm, indifferent. I lit a cigarette, the flame trembling against the wind. Justice doesn't roar, it breathes, it waits, and when it comes, it doesn't need applause. People think revenge gives closure. It doesn't. It gives clarity. I watched the Admiral's reflection disappear into the waves. For the first time in years, I felt weightless, not victorious, just done. They say every call sign means something. Reaper for those who end things quietly. Zero for those who leave nothing behind. I turned my back to the sea, whispered to the night, targets neutralized, and walked away.